working with the Quinault tribal fishers on the Chehalis River. My job, identify, locate, and remove derelict gear on the AM side of the low tides. Nothing nicer than watching the sun rise up over the Chehalis River through these pilings. And this is a job getting in amongst these pilings, identifying with this type of equipment the location, so that when we bring our team in, we know exactly with pinpoint accuracy where this derelict gear is lying on the seafloor. This morning, with these GPS coordinates, we're following along the Aberdeen Bridge, headed over to a group of pilings because we know there's a net in there. Well, as we got closer, there was a bird caught in part of that netting, and the location is just to the west of the bridge. So I was able to cut this poor bird free, and I think he's going to be okay. These pilings, you know, over time tend to rot, and you need new pilings. Well, on this particular river system is the piling machine. And these logs that are all stacked up at the mill, some of them one day probably will be in the habitat of the Northwest. Carol, dead seabirds, a rotting skull of an otter, 340 pounds removed from the habitat.